Hello, English 205 students. Welcome to the last week of our semester. Congratulations for getting this far. We only have a few more tasks and one project to submit, and then you'll be done with English 205. So I'm really excited for all of you to get this far, especially given all the challenges we've had this semester, switching to online, then switching to online permanently for the remainder of the semester, and kind of having to process all of that. I know it hasn't been easy, but really appreciate your patience. And I think our class has done really well through all of the challenges we've had to face. So that's been great. For this video, we're just going to take a look at what tasks you have to complete and assignments. So keeping an eye on those. And then I want to share a few parting thoughts today as well. So I want to kind of send you on your way with a few ideas to consider as we close everything out. So let's go ahead and pull up the plan and kind of see what we have going on. So I would really like you to complete your course survey. You should have seen an email on this. You also can see it on your BB Learn main page. And this is just basically an evaluation of the course and myself. It really helps me and the program to hear from you on what you thought of the class. So go ahead and complete that when you get an opportunity. I believe that May 3rd is the deadline for getting that turned in, so keep that in mind. And then important note on your attendance grade. So essentially 50 points of your grade, or 5% of your total grade, are based on your attendance for the semester. And so what I'll do is on Friday, go and look at what your attendance was, and then I'll calculate that grade and submit it. If you're interested in knowing the details of how that works, that's all explained in our course syllabus. And also, I explained it briefly here on our weekly module. And if you have any questions, let me know. I do want you to take some time to check the feedback on your cover letter. Again, this time I decided not to make it one where you had to comment on your peers, so you only have feedback from me. But I want you to just take a look at that, see if there's anything that you can take away to help improve this part of your final portfolio. I also, a big focus for this week is to watch your peers presentation and give feedback by the end of the day, Tuesday. And why I want you to do that is, like, I think it'd just be nice to see how other peers put together presentations. My note in the discussion board forum is just to provide positive or supporting feedback. Normally we would do something maybe a little more critical, but I think this time of the semester and everything that's going on, we'll just try to keep it positive if we can. Importantly, though, I do count part of your grade. That is part of your 50 points is you providing that feedback to your peers and watching your peers' presentations. Also on Tuesday, we're doing a fun little project called the 6-word memoir. It shouldn't take you too long. And essentially, you're going to sum up your academic year in 6 words. And there's some interesting little tricks to like make that strong. And I have a few notes of that as well in the forum, so you can check that out. Something I like to do with all my composition classes at the end of the semester. So you can kind of read more about that in our module this week as well as on the forum. Would like you to post a goodbye to our class. So if you go to where the encouragement board used to be, it's now the encouragement and goodbye board. But I am going to count this as a task this week, so just want to see your goodbye to your peers and me, and like whatever you want to say, kind of closing out our semester. Since we don't get to do that in person, really would like to see you do that there. And if you want to post something fun or funny or heartfelt or whatever makes sense to you, that's totally okay. And then finally, biggest thing of the week, turning in your final portfolio. So making sure that gets submitted by the end of the day, Friday. So I have a few parting thoughts for you to talk about as we close out our semester. I think what's really interesting is that every semester I usually close out talking about why I think what we learned is important, what I hope you'll carry with you. This semester is really, I feel like all of what I share in a typical closing is just more magnified given what's going on with the global pandemic, how it's impacting the economy, everything all the ways, the cause and effect of everything that's happening right now. It's just really makes this, I think, way more relevant. Back in a ways ago, we read chapter one, and everyone's an author, and the opening quote to that was, "The only real alternative to war is rhetoric." And so, scholar Wayne Booth had said that, and I think that's a really strong, powerful quote. And it makes me think that rhetoric, the way we share information, the way we communicate with one another, the way we consider ourselves as author, the way we consider our purpose, our audience, I think it makes it's just a really powerful tool to like change people's minds or get people to think differently or come to the table with imposing viewpoints. And I feel like this semester we did so much of that working through our different projects. And most recently with our persuasive, where I was kind of pushing on many of you, not just to share your point of view, but to look at others' points of view, consider them respectfully, respond to them. I think that's really fascinating part of kind of what we do. And I feel like writing and communicating will have ongoing power for us. The more we hone it and the more we use it, the better we get at it. And I feel like there's just this opportunity to really think about how we communicate, how we establish our voice, how we write about what's important to us. And then finally, I'll just say that deep and thoughtful inquiry will, I think, always be our ultimate teacher. I feel like students in a 205 course often learn more about their own inquiry, their own research, their own way of exploring a topic, finding information out there. And in this day and age, we're just going to have to start really thinking about where do we get our information from? How do we know it's reliable? How do we compare different kinds of information? And I feel like that's something that we've really started in this class, and maybe it's a continuation of what you've already been doing, but I think it's really important to be thinking about as we move along. Scholar James Britton once said, "Your writing is your academic currency." I feel like this is a powerful statement too to think about as we close out our semester. I feel like the more focus you can put on developing your writing, developing your style, your voice, your writing process, just pays dividends. Like it's going to be the difference maker on your GPA, on your grade, on where you go from here. So think about that. Think about the importance of being a strong writer and doing what you can to improve that as you go along. So that's all I have for this semester. Best wishes to all of you. I hope you have great summers that are safe and healthy. I hope you get to do some fun things along the way. And two, like your academic career, I hope it continues to soar and thrive and that everything works out well for you. I always like to say, once you're my student, you're always my student. So if there's anything I can help you out with, any questions you have, you want me to take a look at a piece of writing for another course, anything along the way, just reach out to me. Would be happy to do my best to help you. So again, best wishes and take care, everyone. I hope to see you around campus in the fall.